Well, Alice, one more block and you'll behold the Brooks household. You're all right, only too bad you haven't taken advantage of the old Brooks hospitality sooner. Now here we are. Dorothy's probably on needles and pins waiting for me to get you here. Darling, it's Jim. Here's Alice. What? Where?
Mr. Brooks, I'm afraid you and Miss Manning will have to submit some routine questions.
Thank you, Miss Manning. Now, Mr. Brooks, while we're waiting for some information I phoned for, I want you to tell me exactly what happened this morning.
There's nothing much to tell. Both my wife and I were quite excited, expecting Alice, that is, Miss Manning here, to visit from Chicago. I was to wait until she called me at the office.
And you were there all morning?
Well, that remains to be seen. Apparently, Mrs. Brooks was sitting here on this chair, putting red nail polish on her fingernails when she was shot from behind. The polish spilled all over the carpet. She was still holding the tiny brush in her hand. She must have recognized her attacker, and since she did not die instantly, she printed these 3 initials here on the floor with the polish. D-O-C.
DOC? I wish we could tell whose initials she was trying to reveal. Positive. I can't.
Yes, Miss Manning. Can you think of somebody with those initials?
Why, it can't be.
Yes, Mr. Brooks. Well, that's what we'll see.
It's the truth.
Just a minute.
Yes? Grady, yes. I see. Well, it's suit up anyway. Thanks. Well, you both will be happy to know our little murder is solved. No, Miss Manning, it wasn't Doc. I'm arresting you, Miss Manning, for the murder of Dorothy Brooks.
Your train wasn't late, Miss Manning. That phone call just verified the fact. You came out here, murdered Mrs. Brooks, returned to the station, and called Mr. Brooks to come pick you up. That wasn't what really gave you away, though, Miss Manning. Too bad you didn't know Mr. Brooks was no longer called Doc when you printed those letters on the carpet. The next time you leave a name as a clue to throw suspicion, you better get the name right. But of course, there won't be a next time, will there, Mrs. Manning?